Yeah, what's up, guys? Uh, Quick video this week on value, uh, and to show you guys that I think we found a really fast way to find trades without pulling our hair out, spending too much time on this, because that's what we're trying to do. We've got to save ourselves some time. There's no good waiting around 18 hours a day for a trade. Um, so we'll bring up this the blog this week, and hopefully you guys have been following here. Uh, and we'll go from this area here, where we can see, and it's all about the CAD, the Euro CAD, and Euro Pound. And now we've got a pound Aussie. There's also a Euro Aussie in there somewhere. It's in here, this one. So we'll read in here and we'll have a little look. Yeah, we'll just go here. All right. What are we seeing here? We're seeing the value of this collective going up. So we've got. Let me bring over the actual chart. And I'll show you in the numbers that none of this makes any sense at all. And we can actually observe this in the overlay as it's happening without having to get a calculator out every 5 minutes. But it's not always gonna work, and I'll show you guys how to determine when it's not gonna work as well. So what have we got here? In the green, we have the New Zealand yen, this one here, going up. Here we have, in this green, the Euro yen going up. And then we have here the Euro index in magenta, purple, going up. And then here we have the New Zealand index going up. And if we add up the numbers, what we can see here is this. We'll just go from here to the point where we were looking at, and we've got 86 sorry, we have 750 points up, okay, for the New Zealand yen. We've got for the Euro yen to the same area of time 1156 points. So that means that the euro is stronger than the New Zealand. Okay. During that time, we had a Euro New Zealand down move. And let me pull over just a simple, basic Euro New Zealand down move chart. Sorry. during that same period of time. Because on the overlays, it all is after the fact, it's all going to bend out and get out of whack when the move happens. But during the time, it's highlighting what we would be looking at here if we were adding up the numbers. All right. So we're here now currently. All right. Excuse me. So the area of time we agreed was here to here, right? Here to here, which is here. Let me box it out. So what we're seeing is an even price in the Euro New Zealand. It's balanced. While the euro is up 1150 points versus the yen, and the New Zealand is only up 750 points. Well, that's implying that the euro should be stronger than the New Zealand. Then what we do is we look at the indexes also to confirm, because obviously the yen may not be the dominating currency, and if it's not, then we need to know about it. But we'll know when it's happening. This here is the Euro New Zealand chart, and the magenta is the Euro index. So we'll look at that, and we'll go up in points. And we see that the Euro index collectively against all other currencies is up 1,200 points. Okay. So if that's up 1,200 points, and the New Zealand is up only 439 points, well, that's confirming New Zealand's weakness and New Zealand and Euro's strength from an index perspective. So we tie that in together with the yen perspective, and we see on the chart that it's not telling us the correct story. So what we have here is a buy right down here on the Euro New Zealand. And now, excuse me, we're back where we were, but this now still, guys, is going to need to play out. So we're not going to exit this, right? This is still going to have to play out some way or some shape or form. I don't know if it wants to go like that first and then up. Doesn't matter. But that is going to be the overall theme here, up until probably, you know, it equals it somewhere here. So with that in mind, we can now look at all of these indexes collectively and watch for something to come out of frame, out of whack. Let's go to another one, and then I'll show you why we're doing the Aussie. So that's, excuse me, the story there. EuroCAD continued. Okay, oh yeah, so we have to look at the EuroCAD. That's this here. I'm gonna have to zoom in a little bit on this. Yeah, I can't really zoom in while I'm doing it, so you know, it doesn't matter. We'll pass over this one. Then the result here of the Euro New Zealand then the CAD, and then the pound. So we discussed, I suppose, the euro pound in here. Yeah, we did. We've put everything in here. Euro build up. So it's basically a build up of euro um, relative to CAD in this picture here. Reloading euro pound. So yeah, okay, I can show you that. Let me bring over the chart for that. Hang on. Euro pound. Suppose we can bring over the yen to do it as well. The pound yen. And then we'll bring the euro pound chart over as well. That we used in the picture. And this is now going to be a reload. It's not a get out. What's happened here, guys, from this area of time is when we observed this. And we'll do it right here for you. Look, this is the euro pound, this kind of sandy green one, this here. So I'll snipping tool that so I can circle what I'm talking about. Oh, we need to pull the pound over better. All right, that's better. This area here. All right. So when we add up, well, let's. This is euro pound, and I'm keeping them all the same color across the board, right? So the turquoise is the index, the magenta is the other index, and then the greens are the yens basically. And what we've got from this area here is we've got a euro yen going up to, and we're looking at this section here. So it's just to here. We've got a euro yen going up this much. Got a euro index going up this much. Hang on a minute. Oh, my bad. My bad. We're looking at yeah. We've done it the other way here. This is the pound, is the purple. It's magenta. The other one, the euro one, is purple, dark purple that we looked at earlier. We obviously don't need that. Um, you see, we don't need. We can have that as the same overall theme. Like turquoise as in the other ones. Um, because look here, so just to start with it, this is the pound yen in green, and this here in turquoise on its own, or aqua, is the pound index. When we add in the lipstick, then this is what we're getting, right? So in the euro, we've got the turquoise should be the euro index, right? Exactly. And then the pound should be the magenta, right? And then now we're adding the yens so we can see really what's going on here. And then we'll do it with just the euro pound. We'll try to add it up. Look. So with the euro, it's gone up 642. Oops, sorry, hang on, let's get the numbers right. All right. So the euro yen has gone up 52 points. Oh no, sorry, I need to go further back. Just bear with me a minute. It's here. It's gone up 600, let's call it. While the pound has gone up 104 points. Okay. And that's what I observed during this time. It might be harder to see it here now, but it was pretty obvious at the time that we had an equal pound, but yet the euro has gone down relative to the pound. Well, how can that be possible if we're looking right here at an increase in the euro? And then when we look at the indexes to confirm this, go back to here. This is our pound, and it's come up 1,300 points. While the euro index has come down 764, which means there's an error there. If in terms of the numbers here, how do we see it? We can't quite. Maybe we have to go back further here because I can't. I'm not getting enough numbers here. It's not really enough for us. But we had this mapped out and it was obvious at the time. But I can't see it as well here now. But when we look here, it's really obvious. We don't really need to look in too much at this, but we can see currently how obvious it is. If we go here, we've got both of them, the euro and the pound yen together. So that is telling us that that is where they both are at. And if we come back to here, let's say, oh, we can go back to right back to the beginning, but we'll go to where they're both even here. Look, 2,969 points. Okay, they're both 21 from there to there. Let's just call it 3,000, right? The euro index is also up there, and so is the pound index. So they've both gone up the same amount during that time, while the euro pound has come down. Well, how is that possible if they're both valued at the same value? Why would it be necessary for the euro pound to have come down when overall their strength is equal? This means, guys, that we're going to have to at least come back to here again, because this is still in play. So what's happened here is it came here and tried to rebalance. Yeah, it did a little bit, but it's not done yet, because it's going to have to still level this out, right? Because from here to here, I know from here to here you've got an increasing euro and pound, so they're equal value, while the euro pound has basically come sideways slash down. So this is another add-on to this trade. Let's look at the pound Aussie. And it's forming on a 30-minute chart. Where is the chart? I'll bring it up on the blog. Hang on, I've lost it. Yeah, it's here. So how do we work this out now? Well, we need to look at the Aussie, the pound, pound yen. I mean, look, we can see we don't need to look at the pound yen, but we know here on a 30-minute perspective, it's up 5,700 points, while the Aussie yen is up 4,300 points. So we've just added basically from here to here, where we witnessed the pound Aussie value become undervalued. Here the overlays is showing us what we're seeing here anyway, but if we were not looking at the pair itself, we may not necessarily see this trade. Where is the pound Aussie? So this is massively undervalued. Let's get the crosshair. We know that the Aussie is this one here. It's up. Oh, it's actually a little less than what we've got, but let's just go with 3,700. And then we'll use the same area for the pound. You can see, look, it's up 6,100. So if the pound yen is stronger than the Aussie yen, okay, now let's confirm that with the indexes. The index is the turquoise one. Well, it's the same price at the time, 6,400. So they're both equally valued. While here in the Aussie chart. Where's the Aussie index? Why do we not have the Aussie index in here? It should be this purple one here, this turquoise one. Hang on. Oh, we have the wrong one in there. That's better. That makes more sense. All right, so Aussie index relative to the Aussie yen is, it's here, it was a little bit stronger than the Aussie yen. So it's agreeing essentially with the Aussie yen. So it's confirming that amount of strength that we're seeing. So 3,700, 4,300, whatever we agree. Let's go with 4,000. While the pound is clearly in the 6,000s. Right. Well, then how on earth, guys, do we have a pound Aussie down move to here? That's impossible. Let's buy some more. Now, this is a 30-minute perspective, so we're going to have to be patient. All right. Now, let's try a brand new trade that we haven't worked on. Obviously, that's the same, by the way, for the Euro Aussie. Same deal. We've looked at the numbers on the Euro Aussie. If the Euro numbers are agreeing with the pound, then that's a double whammy for us, in my opinion. Even though we're seeing this amount of strength in pound, uh, that's still going to have to funnel through the other currencies, and we may even have a higher up move on the pound yen for later on, because that is going to have to play out, and then this can pop higher again. Maybe this needs to do it against the dollar, etc., and then we have another pop. Um, but we want to be more long on the euro than the pound, I think, at this point. Let's do the pound Canada. We haven't done that yet. So to do the pound Canada, let's try that right now. Let's open a brand new chart and we'll try to figure that one out. We'll go on a 30-minute perspective also. All right. So to do this, guys, we're going to have to pull up CAD. All right, and what charts do we have in here now? We have a Euro CAD. We have a Euro CAD here. Let's add in change that to pound. It's not as good, this one. So I'm going to change my mind. But we're already in the Euro CAD trade, eh? Let's try it on another time frame. Yeah, no dice, guys. No dice. We don't have a pound CAD trade. We're not allowed to trade that. But that's how you do it. What else could we trade? We like the pound Swiss. Let's try that for the purpose of this video. And we'll go back to basics right now. We'll simply add up the numbers from here in the pound, in the Swiss index, Swiss yen. That's 4,000 points, while the index has only gone up 1,908 points, suggesting that maybe the pound, the Swiss yen, is not as strong as we think right now during this time. You know, maybe it could pull back here and then go up later. I don't know. And then down or something. Who knows? But for this, what we see is the Swiss index is not agreeing as hard as the pound index is. So when we look at the pound index, that's 4,600, and the yen is 4,600, while the Swiss is only 4,000. Oops, and then the index is only 1,900, so it's not as strong. Let's pull up the pound Swiss. All right. And what we're seeing there is a move of 1,000. Okay. Or is it 1,000? Let's double check that. We go in here. Oh no, it's not 1,000. It's 300 points. Well, we've just confirmed there is a possibility that this Swiss is not as strong as it appears, while the pound has solid agreement on its numbers. Now that move has not really reflected in price alone, just on the number, not even on the speculation that Swiss yen may have to weaken a little bit. Forget that. Just on these numbers, let's get the true value of this. The true value will be right in the middle, and that is 2,600 points. Let's call it 27. 2,700 points, while the pound has gone up 4,800. Well, that's like a 2,000 point difference. But yet we only see a 300 point difference. Guys, this is another buy. And we will place the target of just over the high. All right. Now, when we add in the overlays, we're going to see the same type of phenomenon happening. Ready? And this is the part where we now save ourselves all the work So we're expecting this to have branched off at some stage. Oh, we have to mirror that because it's pound Swiss first. Shoot. Second. That's better. All right. So we can see that the value currently, when we just look at the Swiss and the Swiss, both Swiss indexes, they're valued up, while from here to here, remember we're looking at this area here, while the pound Swiss is valued basically balance at even, because look, it's going sideways right here relative to these guys that are valued like that, like that, essentially giving you the fair value, which would be here, of the Swiss. We always do a orange line for some type of balance. So that would be our fair value for Swiss. Now, if we put in the pound, GBPJPY, and we'll we'll do that one as green again. Give it a little orange so we can maybe decipher the difference. And that's up, so that's agreeing with the yen theme here. Now let's put in the pound index. Oh, we have, what we see is a difference here. We have a stronger pound because that Swiss index is this angle here. On that Swiss index, which should apply straight over onto the pound, but it doesn't, you see. So the pound is more strong. Okay, but we see a pound Swiss sideways move. So that's hocus pocus. And that's all, guys. You just, if you want to save some time, just figure out how to program this all with the overlays, and you'll be able to find the trades in like 2 seconds. Anyway, guys, that's a long video, but yeah, I hope that really helped. Thanks a lot.